please try to manage. Okay. So before starting, let's have a quick interaction. Satish, good morning, Satish. How are you?
Yeah, fine, sir.
Yeah, Satish, how are you doing?
What about you, sir? Do I think you are feeling bad?
Yeah, my throat is
Yeah.
paining probably. From yesterday, because of outside water, maybe, probably that could be
Yeah.
reason.
The outside the climate is also different right now.
Yeah, yesterday went to a restaurant and probably,
Take it, take care, sir. First.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Your question, please.
Nothing, sir.
Hmm?
Nothing, sir. Nothing.
Nothing? Okay. How is your learning experience on AWS?
It's nice, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Satish. Hi, Rajesh. Rajesh Ravindran. Can you hear me, Rajesh? Your
Yes,
question.
sir. I can hear you, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, good morning.
I
Any
have,
questions?
yeah, I have one question, sir. Actually, we created LB, right, for both. I mean, so we created LB for Linux machines.
Yeah.
But my question is LB will have an OS, or it is same for both Windows and Linux machines?
No, your question, repeat to your question again. Is LB is having OS, operating system?
OS operating
No,
system, and
no,
it is
no.
both for.
There's no concept of operating. It's a predefined software. Okay. Load balancer.
Okay, and it is same
Okay.
for
So
both Linux and Windows, sir.
the behavior is the same for both the Linux and
Okay,
Windows. Huh?
okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rajesh. Kalapu Satish. Oh, we already have a talk. Mukilan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, hello, sir.
Hi, Mukilan. How are you?
Yeah, sir, I'm fine, sir. And take care of your health, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Please
have
take.
few doubts, sir.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm 2020 graduate, sir. I am completed my BTech in Pondicherry University.
Hmm.
I'm from Tamil Nadu,
Yeah.
and
Please.
uh, and I'm working in CTS and support role projects, sir.
Very
And
good.
I am continuously learning from the first class your AWS session, sir. It's very useful to me, sir, and very easy to understand.
Thank you.
As a fresher, I can go with AWS, sir, because in the meeting, most of them are 5 plus and 10 years of experience.
No, no, no. There are freshers also in our batch.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
so it's good to learn. So you're 1 year. You have 1.5 year experience now, close to. Hmm?
Yeah, 6 months of experience, sir.
Okay. And which platform you worked on?
Support role projects, currently I'm in.
Support role. That's true. Or is it operating system support or application support? Which support?
I currently, I have to rectify some of the queries in database, sir.
Okay.
There are some error I need to find that.
Mm-hmm.
And parallelly, I'm working with the tickets.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Good, Mukilan. I recommend you to learn DevOps also in combination
Oh,
with AWS. Okay. So
yeah, okay, sir.
definitely that will help you to increase your skill sets. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Mm. Ravi Krishna, good morning. Hello, Ravi Krishna. You can unmute yourself, Ravi Krishna. Admin, can you hear me? Naidu D, good morning. Any questions, please?
Yeah, hi, sir. Good morning. I'm very happy today I got a chance to speak with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am working as an database administrator, MySQL database administrator, and I'm having 6.5 years of experience.
Mhm. Okay.
I came to know about this course through one of my friend, and I registered in this. It's
Mhm.
very useful for me.
Okay, thank you, thank you. In previous batch, probably in 3 batch, there is a group of people. All our database administrators, close to 50 to 60 database administrators joined. Okay, probably you
Uh,
got it from their reference.
and
Okay.
my question is like, so now I wanted to switch technology to
Yes,
AWS.
may I know, is it Oracle DB or SQL DB?
SQL DB, sir. MySQL DB.
MySQL DB. Okay.
So I'm planning to learn switch to
Good
AWS.
Naidu. Always we should come out of our comfort zone. Okay. Always to get when we come out of our comfort zone, then we upgrade our skills that will advance for better career. Okay.
So
Naidu. So
can I
when
get a
we
chance?
when we are
Okay,
I
sir.
recommend you Naidu to learn DevOps also along with AWS. Okay, so that you can switch to any.
Sure, sir. Once this course is completed, please let us know. I will join in that.
Okay. Okay.
And it is
Thank you,
very
Naidu.
useful.
And how's your practice going on? Are you practicing?
Yeah, good, sir. It is going on. I started
Thank
from
you very
this,
much. Thank you.
earlier classes. I will.
Manoj, Manoj Sai.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Manoj.
Really,
How are you?
yeah, fine. Take care of your health, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I could
Yeah,
really
thank you,
see
Manoj.
your way of explaining the things, and it's like very great, sir. Like I'm very newbie to these
Thank,
technologies and all, but I'm able to understand very quickly. Thanks for your
yeah.
clear explanation also.
Thank you, Manoj.
Actually, I
Are you in
have
our
a
WhatsApp group?
yeah. I'm always already in WhatsApp group. Yeah,
Yes,
like
you have doubt.
yeah, I have a doubt, sir. Like the day before yesterday, I have explained until CloudWatch thing. So I have created uh, load
Mm,
balancer and attached it like auto scaling groups, and by adding launch configurations, then I was able to open load balancer so that I am able to see instance has been created and
mm.
index.html is like
Instances,
able to access. But yesterday I have
but
created alarms and all. But when I'm
mhm.
able to, like when I'm trying to access load balancer, like the instance is going out of service state. Like it's showing instance health check is not satisfied somehow like that.
Mhm,
Yeah, not
mhm.
sure.
Okay, okay. So yesterday has successfully. Second time we got an error. First time it was successfully executed. Isn't it? So I recommend you, Manoj, to use a same Amazon Mission Image, AMI. Okay.
Okay, like I'm thinking
Whatever the
any
Amazon,
cloud was thing
yes, whatever the
made a mistake or not, I'm not sure. The instant
EC2 missions are successfully created.
instance is successfully created and it's running, it's showing as running in instance tab, but actually the in load balancer tab it is going on like out of service. And in the auto scaling groups activity also it's showing like successfully created instance as like we could see 0 instances that's less than the desired
Okay.
capacity like that is showing, but the instance is going out of service, like health check has been not satisfied like that showing something.
The
uh,
day before that, it was successful, isn't it?
yeah, day before yesterday I was able to create and launch,
Do it.
but yesterday after creating CloudWatch
But
and all
testing
it's
just
not working.
please repeat, Manoj, what you do. Create only one instance, minimum number of instances, maintain it as one. You do it.
Yeah,
You'll
desired
get it done.
minimum instances count is okay. I will try one more time.
Try one more time.
Okay,
Hi, admin. How are you? Hello, admin. You are unmuted.
okay, I have joined through mobile,
Try
or
from
else
there.
can reach you separately through mobile, or so like I will get clarified
Please
soon.
repeat. Please practice one more time. Definitely, you'll get it, Manoj. Okay.
Yeah, fish.
Ashok Chakala.
Sir, good morning.
Hi Ashok, how are you?
Sir, what about you?
I'm fine. Yeah, please tell me.
Actually, I have small doubt. Sir, is it only one load balancer is enough to one organization or else?
One load balancer. Load balancer does not fail. There's no concept of failure of load balancer. Okay, one
Only
load
one?
balancer. But in case if the region is lost, the complete infrastructure is lost. In that case, we'll have multiple load balancers. We'll see that in the Route 53. Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's it. Let's start our plan for our today's session, understanding status checks. Okay. Let's understand the concept of status check. Whenever you create an EC2 machine, whenever we create an EC2 machine, the EC2 machine should pass two checks. Whenever you create an EC2 machine, the EC2 machine should pass two checks. Okay. Let's experience it. Let's experience first. Right now, you do not have any instances. You know, there are no instances. Let's go ahead and create a new instance. You can select an existing key pair also. Choose an existing key pair. Okay. You can select an existing key pair also. Multiple instances can share the same key pair. Whenever I have created a machine, let's say this is machine 1, I'm naming it. Okay, please observe status checks. Can you see we have a column called okay. Can you see we have a column called status checks? Right now it is nothing. After few seconds, you should get a message status check initializing. Initializing. Okay. You have to wait for 1 minute. Again, the status checks gets updated. You get two checks passed. Every EC2 machine should pass two checks. What are the two checks it should pass? Number one, instance status check. What are the two status checks? Instance important, even though it is simple, but it is important. Instance status check and system status check. Every EC2 machine should pass two checks. One is instance status check, the other one is system status check. When both the EC2 machines are passed, then only you can say that your instance is perfectly created and up and running. There are cases where one will be failed, when there are cases where both will be failed. There are cases. 95% both the checks will be passed whenever you create an EC2 machine. But 5% there are cases where instance status check fails or system status checks fails. Five out of 100, there are status checks will fail. What happens? What should we do? What should we do when the status checks fail? We have to, let's troubleshoot that. Let's refresh. Still initializing. Observe the status check. First you get initializing, later you get 2 out of 2 checks passed. Okay. Let's wait for the status checks to get updated. Okay. So what will be the result of the status check? There can be 2 out of 2 passed. Generally, 1 out of 2 passed. 0 out of 2 passed. When 2 out of 2 checks passed, what does that mean? All checks are passed, right? 1 out of 2 passed means one check is passed. Obviously, one check is failed. 0 out of 2 passed means both the checks are failed. 0 checks are passed. Okay, this is the case, 2 cases, 3 options. Refresh. 2 out of 2 checks passed. Both the checks are passed. Both the checks are, you may get a message saying, but both the checks are passed. You may get a message 1 out of 2 checks passed. You also may get a 0 out of 2 checks passed. If both the checks are passed, that means your 100% your instance is perfectly working. Okay. So you will get both, if both the checks are passed, happily your instance is 100% working. There are cases where you get a message 1 out of 2 checks passed. That means one check is passed and one check is failed. Okay. Which check is passed and which check is failed? When you get 1 out of 2 checks passed, that means system status check is passed. Instance status check is failed. When you're getting 1 out of 2 checks passed, the meaning of that status means system status check is passed, instance status check is failed. System status check is all, instance status check is all about operating system. System status check is all about hardware. Okay. When you're getting 1 out of 2 checks passed, that means operating system has been failed. System status check is passed, operating system has been failed. Okay, that is the meaning of it. Definitely operating system failure. If 1 out of 2 pass, that means operating system failure. There will be failure in loading the operating system. Sometimes, yes. Perfectly, it will not be loaded. There are cases, sometimes you may also get the same status. Okay, status checks fail. So in such case, what you have to do? If the status check is 1 out of 2 passed, that means we need to reboot the instance. The solution, what we need to do? The solution is one, we need to reboot the instance. Rebooting is nothing but restarting. How to reboot the instance? Select the instance. We have an action instance state. There's an option called reboot. When you reboot the instance, when the status is 1 out of 2 checks passed, okay, then you have to reboot the instance. When you reboot the instance, the operating system will be freshly loaded one more time. The operating system get replaced. When operating system gets replaced, yes, you get again 2 out of 2 checks passed. The solution is you have to reboot the instance. Okay. Next, 0 out of 2 checks passed. That means both are failed. When both will fail, system status check failure is about hardware failure. When system, that means when 2 are passed, that means system status check is failed. The meaning of this 0 out of 2 passed is nothing but system status check failed. System status check is related to hardware. So hardware failed. There are hardware failures in AWS also, in any cloud platform, in any hardware. In your data center also, have you observed there are failures of hardware? If hardware fails, what you have to do? If hardware fails, definitely operating system will also fail. If system status check fails, automatically instance status check will also fail because operating system cannot be loaded on the failed hardware. Operating system will load only when the hardware is perfectly working. If hardware fails, definitely, if system status check fails, that means instance status check will also fail, dependency. When system status check fails, instance status check will also fail. No doubt on that. If hardware is failed, operating system will also fail automatically. It will not load successfully. So what you have to do? This is a AWS cloud platform. You have created an EC2 machine. you're getting 0 out of 2 checks passed. You're getting 0 out of 2 checks passed. So what you have to do, that means hardware failure. So what you have to do, you have to stop and start the instance. You have to stop and start the instance. Okay. So when you stop and start the instance, the new instance will consume a new hardware. It does not use existing RAM. It does not use existing CPUs. It does not use existing hard disk. It altogether completely acquires a new hardware. The EC2 machine gets created on top of the new hardware. When it is new hardware, obviously that will be successfully working. So the system status check will pass. Once the system status check is passed, that means the hardware is passed, then operating system will also pass definitely. The solution, what you have to do. So if 2 out of 2 checks are passed, on the fast on the go, if 2 out of 2 checks are passed, that means everything is passed, hardware is passed, operating system is passed. 1 out of 2 checks passed, that means you have definitely operating system failure only. 1 by 2 passed, there is a definitely operating system failure. We have to reboot the instance. 0 out of 2 checks passed. When both are failed, definitely it's hardware failure. When hardware failure happens, operating system failure also happens. Both goes together. So if hardware failure happens, what you have to do, you have to stop and start the instance. When the 0 out of 2 checks passed, when you stop it, at that point of time, AWS understands that there is a problem with the hardware. You don't need to do anything. When you start it, automatically it acquires a new hardware. So definitely the hardware issue will be resolved. That's how you now know about status checks, and you also know which status check is passed and which status checks is failed. You can also see that information in the status checks tab. You can see here we have a concept of, we have a tab called status checks tab. As I mentioned you, there are 2 status checks. System status check is first one, and instance status check is the second one. If anything is failed, you can also see if instance status checks fail, you get it in red color. Okay, system status checks fail, then you get both in red color. And how to troubleshoot this also I have explained it. So you, in case if anybody asks in the interview, do you know anything about status checks, now you know, you can be in a position to answer about status checks, and you know how to troubleshoot the issues with respect to status checks. Okay, pretty simple. Let's move on. So we have understood about status checks. Next, how to protect the instance from accidental termination. What do you mean by termination? What do you mean by termination? Whenever you do not want the instances permanently, whenever you do not want the instances permanently, okay, so we will terminate the instance. Agree or not? We have seen it many times. If you generally, if you want to continue the instance after break, or tomorrow, if you want to continue the same instance, what we'll do, we'll stop the instance. We'll stop the instance, and again we'll start the instance. You can continue with the same lab, same EC2 machine. If you do not want the instance permanently, if you do not want the instance permanently, there's an option called terminate. Termination is nothing but removing the instance permanently. Okay. Okay. Humans definitely can make an errors when you're working with when you're as an AWS team, when you're working with a client. Okay, your client may have a number of instances. By mistake, we have selected a wrong instance. By mistake, there's a chance that instead of selecting one instance termination, probably by mistake we have terminated one more instance. Terminating instance is uh, very important task, because you cannot roll back. There's no concept of recycle bin like in our Windows operating. By mistake, if you delete a file, you can restore it on the recycle within the same way. Okay, let's say one instance is very important for a client. You have a lot of softwares you have installed, and you have done a lot of configurations on that particular instance. That instance is very important. You don't want to risk that the instance will be terminated by mistake. Okay, you can protect the instance. We can protect the instance. Okay, we can protect the instance. Okay, so how can we protect the instance? Okay, so go to actions, security, not security, instance settings, termination protection. Can you see we have termination protection? Do you want to enable termination protection? Yes, I want to enable the termination protection. Click on save. Enable the termination protection. That means I have enabled the protection for this instance. When you enable the protection, if you by mistake try to terminate, I'm trying to terminate now. Are you sure you want to terminate the instance? Yes, click on terminate. Observe what's happening. Failure to terminate. You cannot terminate the instance because we have enabled the protection. As we have enabled protection, by mistake also you, AWS team, not only you, whoever it is, cannot terminate the instance. So when you're working in a project, few instances are very, very critical or very, very important. You have a lot of configurations, you have very important data in that, and you want to protect that particular instance. You can protect the instance by applying the protection. You can see how can we apply the protection. So once, and so that by mistake also, if you try to terminate, it will not be terminated. Clear about this? How can you protect the instance? If you want to remove the protection, actions, instance setting, termination protection, and now you remove the checkbox. Okay, disable the protection, click on save. Now the protection has removed. Now if you try to terminate also, it will be definitely terminated. I don't want to do that because I want to use this instance for the next examples. I hope you now know how can we protect the instance. Okay, so whenever very important critical instances, it's always good to apply the protection. So we have discussed about how to protect the instance from accidental termination. Okay. Next. 1 minute, please. Hello, yeah, I'm back. Yeah. Okay, so let's learn next point. Scale up. Okay, very important. This is very, very important. Okay. What is scale up, scale down, scale in, and scale out? Okay. This is also referred as horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. Okay. Let's try to understand this. Important from the interview. What is horizontal scaling and what is terminal? Okay. I want to discuss about scale up and scale down. Scale up. In the clients will talk, clients will have a call with you. Can we scale up the instances? Okay. Scale up the instances. Scalability is but increasing the capacity. Agree or not? Availability, scalability, pay as you go basis. These are the right from the first day. These are the three important, and AWS revolves around these 3 points: availability, scalability, and pay as you go basis. Scale up. Scale up is nothing but increasing the hardware configuration. What is the hardware configuration of this EC2 machine which I have created just now? Friends, what this is AWS cloud. We have created one EC2 machine, right? What is the name of the machine? Machine 1. Okay. Now tell me, in this machine, what is the hardware configuration? When I'm talking about hardware configuration, it's all about 3 points. It's all about the memory of that particular machine, that's called as RAM, the processor, and then the hard disk. When I say hardware configuration, with respect to 3 components: memory, processor, and hard disk. Now my point is, what is the memory of this EC2 machine? How many processors this EC2 machine is having? What is the hard disk of this EC2 machine? Can you tell me? Can you tell me about this? This is a T2 micro instance. The T2 micro instances comes with the T2 micro instances comes with 1 GB RAM and how many CPUs? 1 processor. And how much hard disk? I think it is a Linux machine. It comes with 8 GB of hard disk. Am I right? This is the existing hardware configuration of the EC2 machine which I have just now created. Do you agree? This is the existing hardware configuration of the EC2 machine which I have created. Am I right? Now I'm talking about the concept of scale up. I am now talking about the concept of Scale up. Scale up the instances. Scale up the instances is nothing but increase the hardware configuration. Scaling up the instances is nothing but the increasing the hardware configuration. Hardware configuration is nothing but increasing the RAM, increasing the process, increasing the hard disk. Okay, clear? This is concept of scale up. Okay, clear about this? Let's learn how can we scale up. To start with, I want to show you how can we increase the hard disk. The current capacity of the hard disk is 8 GB. Now I want to increase it to 10 GB. You can increase it to any GB, whatever. You can increase it to 20 GB. You can increase it to 100 GB. It's up to you. But first component, what I want to show you is how can we increase the capacity of the hard disk. Right now, the current capacity of the hard disk is 8 GB. I want to increase it to 10 GB. How can we modify the hard disk? Let's try to understand. First, I'll show you how can we scale up the hard disk. Then I'll also show you how can we scale up the process and RAM. To start with, I want to now show you how can we scale up the hard disk of the EC2 machine. Hard disk is nothing but the hard drive. Okay. Now, to understand that, first we should be comfortable with the term called volume. You should be comfortable. Till now, we have not discussed about this. I want to discuss about a term called volume. First, we should understand the concept of volume. Okay. Okay. So to be clear, let's try to understand the concept of volume. Okay. Let's try to understand the concept of volume. Sriram Pillalamari, can we have a talk? Good morning.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we have a quick talk? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that-
Yeah. Actually, I have doubt.
yeah. Please tell me your doubt.
Yeah. How
Because
to recover?
You have
Yeah.
because you have raise your hand.
Yeah. How to recover .pem file if it is deleted
This
after
is an
downloading
option.
that?
You need to follow 15-step process. Okay. If you follow
Okay.
standard 15-step process, you can recover the PEM file. That's not a problem. Okay. Okay. Yes. Now can we have question? Can we have a talk, Sriram? How
Yeah.
many? We have created one EC2 machine, isn't it?
Yes.
What is the RAM of the EC2 machine and what is the hard disk of the EC2 machine? Processor of that EC2 machine.
Yeah. One CPU, 1 GB RAM.
Yes, because it is a T2 micro instances,
Yes,
it comes with
T2.
1 GB memory and 1 CPU, one processor.
Correct.
And what is the hard disk?
8 GB.
8 GB. Okay. Agree or not? Is it? Now, how many where every EC2 machine will have a volume attached to it. Sriram. Every EC2 machine will have a
attached. Yeah.
What it is attached? Volume. Every EC2 machine will have a volume attached to it. In the dashboard, how many EC2 machines you can see, Sriram?
Only one.
Only one. So how many volumes will be there?
One
volume. Where can we see the volumes? Scroll down. Can you see, Sriram? We have an option on volume.
Volume option.
How many volumes are there?
One
volume. What is the size of the volume?
8 GB.
8 GB. This volume is nothing but hard disk.
Okay.
Every EC2 machine will have a hard disk, isn't it? Your laptop is having hard disk, Sriram?
Yes.
His desktop will also have a hard disk.
Yeah.
Same like that. That hard disk is nothing but volume. Clear?
Default
Clear?
every instance.
Every instance will have a volume. If there are 4 instances in the dashboard, if there are 4 EC2 machines, how many volumes will be there?
4.
4 volumes. Generally 1:1 ratio. 1:1 ratio. If there are 1 EC2 machine when you create, it comes with a 1 volume. Okay. Next. Sriram, if this is an instance, right? This is an instance. Every machine will have an instance ID, unique number.
Okay.
Every instance will have a unique ID that is called an instance ID. Our instance ID starts with I-0, some number ending with 956. This is the instance ID. Okay. Go to volume. Okay. This is the volume. Okay. This volume is used by which instance? This volume is used by which instance? That means this volume is attached to which EC2 machine. You can get that information in the attachment information. can you see, Sriram? There is something called
Yes.
attachment information. In the
Attachment.
attachment information, you are getting an instance ID ending with 956.
Yeah, same instant information.
Yeah, I just want to show you. This your instance ID is 956. This volume is attached to
956.
956. That means this particular, yeah. So using the attachment information, you can track which volume is attached to which EC2 machine. Agree or not, Sriram?
Yes, agree.
If there are 10 EC2 machines, how many volumes you'll have? 10 volumes.
10.
But in case if you want to know which volume is used by which EC2 machine, you have to go to attachment information,
Attached.
where you can also say instance ID. In fact, we also can see machine one. Machine one is nothing but the name what we have provided, isn't it? Okay.
Yes.
So using that, you can see machine one also. So using this attachment information, you can track which volume is used by which EC2 machine. Am I clear now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
we want to scale up the hard drive. We want to scale up the hard drive capacity. That means you have to scale up the volume. Hard disk, when dealing with hard disk, is nothing but dealing with the volumes. What is the current volume size?
8 GB.
What is the size of the current volume? You have this, can clearly see the size of the current volume is 8 GB. Now we want to scale up to 10 GB. Actions, there's an option called modify volume, and then the size is 8 GB, change to
10.
10. Finally, modify. Are you sure you want to modify the volume?
Yes.
Yes. Modify volume request succeeded. Okay. So click on refresh. It will take some time sometimes, or it may be immediately. Now, what is the size now? It's reflecting as
10 GB.
10 GB. Did I scale up the hard drive?
Yes, yes.
Did I scale up the hard drive? Yes, I have successfully scaled up my hard drive, hard disk capacity by the concept of volumes. Volume is nothing but the hard disk. You have to identify the right volume of the EC2 machine or the right volume, and then you can modify the volume. You can scale up to 8 GB, 10 GB. Okay. You can now know how to modify the volume. Clear, Sriram? Hmm?
Yeah, is there any limit?
There is
Is
no
there any
limit. You can go to 100 GB also, but you get a bill for it. Okay.
Yeah, based on bill, we can increase
Based on,
it.
if you're ready for the bill, you can increase it to 1000 GB also.
Correct.
Not a problem. Okay. So this is called as increasing the volume. So one component is done. So next, what is the next component? RAM and processor. Okay. What is the current RAM? 1 GB. Current
1 GB.
memory is 1 GB. Current processor is
One
one
processor.
processor. My requirement is, I want 4 GB RAM. 4 GB RAM, and I want two processors. This is my requirement. I want a combination of 4 GB RAM and two processors. Okay. How can you increase RAM and processor? Both goes together, friends.
Okay.
RAM and processor goes together. You cannot say that I want 1 GB RAM, one processor and 10 GB RAM. No, you have to change the combination. In
Yeah.
AWS, it is a
It
combination of
instance type.
instance type. You're right.
Yeah.
The current type of instance is T2
T2
micro.
micro.
The T2
T2
micro instances is we already know it. The T2 micro instances comes with 1 GB. This is a, can you see instance type is T2 micro, comes with 1 GB RAM and one CPU. What are the different available instance types? Can you see here we have instance types, Sriram?
Yeah.
Okay, so there are different
T2.
types of instances. Go to select instance type. AWS provides you different types of instances. T2 Nano, starting with T2 Nano, which is half GB, smallest instance. Okay, T2 micro 1 GB. Okay,
T2 small. Yeah.
and one CPU. Smallest is T2 Nano, so T2 Micro, 1 GB, 1 CPU. This is processor, 1 CPU, two processors. They provided all the possible combinations. So what is your requirement? You want two processors and 4 GB RAM. That is what your requirement. That means your requirement is what machine? T2 medium instances, isn't it, Sriram?
Yeah.
You want to change the instance type from T2 mic. T2, what is our instance? The current
T2
instance.
micro to T2 medium.
Yeah, so currently we are T2 micro instances. And you want to change the instance type to
T2 medium.
medium. Because T2 medium is a combination of two CPUs and two. So you have to look at the combination of options. AWS provides all possible combinations. can see here, you can go for 60 GB RAM also. You can create a machine of 60 GB RAM. Okay. You can create a machine of 96 GB, 48 process if you want a high-end configuration. Got it? You can see 192 GB and 96 processors. So such a possible combination. So I have a lot many pages for get more options, but I want to change from T2 micro to T2 micro. Whenever you want to change the instances, first we need to stop the machine. Okay, it's
Okay.
compulsory that you have to stop the instances when you want to change the instance type. For hard disk upgradation, you don't need to on the go. We have done it, isn't it, Sriram? Did we stop the
Yeah,
instance?
no, we
No,
didn't
from
stop.
8 GB we have increased it to 10 GB. On the go you can increase it. Okay, but because RAM and processor is something very critical, isn't it? So you have to stop the instances. So first machine should be stopped. Let's wait for the machine to get stopped. Let's wait for the machine to get stopped. It's taking a long time. You're from which locations, Sriram?
Yeah, I'm Hyderabad only. Yeah, I'm having 6 years experience on SAP BO. It's a reporting tool.
Yeah, business objects. Good platform actually. SAP is good. Any specific reason why are you planning to learn AWS?
Current trending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to upgrade your skills.
Yes, yes.
But you want to stick to SAP only, or are you planning to change the platform also?
I want to change the platform because nowadays we have it's a traditional reporting tool. Yeah, actually initially I tried to learn like Tableau or Power BI.
Power BI.
Yep.
Those two are latest, Tableau, Power BI.
Yeah, both are latest. But in reporting side, daily we need to tools we completely upgraded. Instead of that,
instead of
AWS.
reporting, you don't want into reporting tools. You want to completely migrate it to the cloud platform.
Is it correct?
Hi, do you know recently SAP has been joined in agreement with AWS, and then in future planning, all the SAP clients are planning to have their infrastructure in AWS. Do you know that? Huh?
I don't know.
SAP on AWS.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So AWS has provided a solution to SAP ERP to have their clients moving on to AWS. Okay.
Yeah.
SAP HANA can also be hosted on AWS cloud. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So whatever
nowadays people are asking like everything like SAP HANA, SAP BODS,
multi-skilled.
Yeah. instead of the
Mhm. So I think the machine is stopped now, Sriram. So we can change the instance types or actions. Sorry, select the machine. Instances settings. Change instance type. The current instance is T2 micro. Change to T2 medium. Sorry, not T3. Where is T2? We cannot see T2 option, right? Here we have T2 medium. Okay. Sriram, I'm applying it. Okay. The moment I applied, now it is a not a T2 micro instance, it's T2 medium, and T2 medium instance is not eligible for free tier. Okay. So the moment you change it to T2 medium, your billing will count. Okay. Now you can have a higher configuration of 4 GB RAM and 4 GB. So increasing the hardware configuration of existing machine, increasing hardware configuration. Hardware configuration is the RAM and processor goes together. Hard disk. This is called as vertical scaling. Scale up is called as vertical scaling. Okay. This is vertical scaling. Scale up is called as vertical. So when I have shown you scale up, you can easily understand what is scale down. Okay. Scale down. Scale down, you can easily understand. Decreasing the hardware configuration of existing EC2 machine is called as scale down. So when you understand scale up, you can easily understand scale down. So this is about vertical scaling. I also want to discuss about horizontal scaling. I also want to discuss about horizontal scaling. What is horizontal scaling? Okay. You can increase the hard disk. Okay. Scale out. Scale out is called as horizontal scaling. What do you mean by scale out? Let's say you have one machine with 10 GB hard disk. Sriram, assuming that you have one EC2 machine which is having 10 GB hard disk. If a client wants 20 GB of hard disk, they want to double the infrastructure. Okay. If the client wants a 20 GB of hard disk, rather than increasing the hard disk, adding additional machine altogether, we are creating doubling the infrastructure by altogether creating new EC2 machine instead of disturbing the existing machine. Instead of disturbing the existing machine, we are altogether creating a new instance machine, and then as per the requirements, we are increasing the hardware configuration. This is called as scale out. This is called as horizontal scaling. Clear? Instead
yeah.
of disturbing the existing EC instances, if you want to double the instance with same configuration, we'll be creating one more EC2 machine. This is called as scale out. Okay. Now, very important, auto scaling comes under scale out.
Yes, sir.
Auto scaling comes under scale out. Sriram, when the traffic increasing, what the auto scaling feature is doing, it is not
It's
increasing the hardware configuration of existing EC2 machine. It is adding a
new
new
instance.
instance. That is, it is scale out. Auto scaling feature is what kind of important from the interview question. Auto scaling is what feature? Is it a vertical scaling or horizontal scaling? Auto scaling is horizontal scaling, because in auto scaling, we are not increasing the hardware configuration of existing machine. Instead, we are adding the new machines when your traffic increases. This way of increasing the hardware is called as horizontal scaling, or also called as scale out. Okay, clear? So
Yeah.
very important from the interview point of view, auto scaling is what type of scaling? It is a horizontal scaling. It is scale out because we altogether create a new instance. Scaling is nothing but decreasing the instances. Okay. Thank you, Sriram. Thank you for your
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So this is called as horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. I hope I am very clear explaining the concept of horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. Okay. Okay. So where are we standing? So you know about status checks, you know how to protect the instance, and you know the difference between scale up and scale down. Okay. Attaching and detaching volumes. Our volumes are nothing but the hard disk. You know, whenever you create an EC2 machine, automatically when volume gets created. Okay. So that's called as volume. There's an option called attaching and detaching the volume. You can move volume from one EC2 machine to another EC2 machine. There's something called snapshot, but I need little rest for my throat, so we will not continue these topics. These topics we will continue it in our tomorrow session. Okay, so little pain I'm feeling, so better to give some rest. Okay, so this is about we had introduction. We have now getting more exposure towards now you know about volume, what is vertical and horizontal scaling, protecting the instance, status checks. These are all very important. Okay, so before ending, let's have a questionnaire as usual. Rahul Jotwani, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, Rahul. How are you? You're from which location and you're from
I'm
which
from Pune
experience?
and I have experience of around 12 years.
Okay, please.
And
Okay, very good
my
experience.
question is actually just want to ask you one thing. I've
Mhm.
seen two types of certifications here.
Mm.
One is related to solution architect and one is related to the developer.
Mm.
So what we are going through, I think it's for a solution architect, right?
Yes, you're right. You're right.
What
We
is
have
the
we had 1 minute, please. We had
yes?
this discussion, but anyways,
So what is the difference between developer and solution architect one?
you're there in the day one.
Yeah, I was there at even. Yeah, I've seen.
Okay. So what we are learning is it's related to solutions architect associate. This is our certification.
Yes, yes,
You're talking about AWS certified developer.
yes,
Okay. Because of are you probably you're a developer, probably that's the reason.
yes,
It's
yeah.
okay. There are some additional services, Rahul. So there's something related to Lambda services. Okay, the few services related to developer. So
Mm-hmm.
for them, it is developer course, but there is no importance for these certifications, Rahul. Okay, even though you are a developer, but still I recommend you to go with this. Hmm? This is
Okay.
having a good importance in the market. You have to be certified. They will not check whether which certified you are you a developer certified or solutions architect certified. Okay, if you are
Mm-hmm.
certified, then your profile value gets increased. But there's no any certification you can do it. I recommend go for, even though you are a developer, I recommend you
Mm-hmm.
to go for a solutions architect associate. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
anything more, Rahul?
No, thanks.
Thank you. So you how do you know about this training? So use your
One of my friend actually shares the ping, and then I joined.
okay. Thank you. How is your
And one quick question, related to auto scaling. So auto
yeah.
scaling basically get increased when the cutoff has been reached.
Cut off in
So
the sense,
based,
no, not cut off in the sense that
no, no,
when the
sorry,
condition is
performance,
met.
performance. Yes,
The
the
metric
performance. Yes,
metric
has been.
condition, whenever the CPU
Yes.
utilization is more than some.
CPU utilizations. For example, if I start with for example, 4 processors,
You have started
and
for
which processors performance for I started load with 4 processors.
Mhm.
Currently start with one
Mhm.
processor only, na.
Okay. No, no,
So
no.
for example, 4 instances are
Have you
there.
observed when you have created an alarm, there is something called average. We have selected average CPU utilization.
Okay, okay. So it
Okay.
checks for all 4.
Checks the all
Okay,
four and it
okay,
calculates
okay,
always
okay,
based
okay,
on
okay.
average. That's the right approach, Rahul. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
okay, got it then. That's
Okay.
what I was thinking. Which instance performance it will use. So
Yeah.
it's average of all means it's fine then.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. How is the learning experience on AWS
Yeah,
going?
it's good.
Thank you,
It's a
Rahul.
great course, and your teaching skill is also very good.
Thank you. And if you're happy, please share our upcoming batches to
Yeah,
your
sure,
friend
sure,
circle.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Thank you, Rahul. Okay. Please be regular so that we can have a
Yeah,
complete
yeah,
exposure.
I'm regular. Yeah, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you.
Ramana PGV. Good morning, Ramana.
Sir,
How
good
are you,
morning,
Ram?
sir. Fine, sir. How are you, sir?
Doing well, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I heard that you have a throat. So,
Yeah.
sir.
So that is the reason we are a little bit early. 10
Yes.
minutes. Okay.
Really, I have 8 years experience in sales, sir. I'm not related to any software related industry.
Which industry?
Sales.
Sales in which industry?
Sales, I had worked for building materials, paints.
Okay. Hardware.
No, sir. It's a paints.
Yeah. Okay.
Electricals, everything.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So actually, I was
completely get into IT industry now.
IT industry. Can you explain me that the future of this after certificate, after getting the certification of associate? So as parallel, I want to learn the Linux also. So what is the probability of getting my job, my career in with AWS associate certificate and Linux?
Not okay. No, I recommend you to learn AWS. Anyways, you are learning AWS now.
Okay.
After AWS, I recommend you to learn DevOps also.
Okay, sir.
Okay. DevOps is very hot in the market. Combination of AWS and DevOps is super. Okay. You get more number of calls. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So after learning, not just attending the course, you have to master the technology. Okay.
Sir.
Okay. You have to be perfect in whatever we are learning. Once you are perfect in whatever we are learning, prepare the resume with 2 years of experience, Ramana.
Okay, sir.
You have to prepare your resume with 2 years of experience. Recently, just 1 week back, for our old student, April month DevOps student got a job in Noida. Okay, got information last week. Two to two and a half years of experience. You need to project as a fake experience. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, because there is a huge demand in DevOps, even though they identify that it's a fake profile, but still, if you prove them that, if you give them confidence that given an opportunity, you can deliver the task on developers and DevOps, they take the resources.
In DevOps, there are some tools now, sir. So we have to learn all the tools, sir. So
Yeah, you have to learn approximately 6 to 7 tools.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. And you have very good explanation. Very good. That's your teaching skills are very talented, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ramana. Okay. Tirupati Reddy, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Tirupati. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. And how are you?
Doing well, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nice explanation, sir.
Nice to speak to you also. May I know your experience also?
Yeah. I'm the beginner level to the AWS service.
Okay.
So I'm fresher. I'm learning from the beginning. So,
very good. Very good.
So I'm having a doubt regarding this auto scaling, and we are also manually scaling in and out. So what was the difference between those things?
Auto scaling look at the term auto scaling, automatically happens.
Yes.
You don't need to create the EC2 machine. It gets created automatically. That's why it's called as auto scaling. Now, what I have created when I explained about scale out, I said, right, we have to altogether create a new EC2 machine that will not create automatically. You need to create the infrastructure. That's manual scale out. Okay.
Okay. Like in auto scaling, we already set automatically certain infrastructure.
We already have configured all that launch configuration file and all those. Using those details, what we have provided, the machine gets created automatically when the traffic increases based on the condition. That's when it's called as an auto scaling feature. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
This is manual scale out. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Last question before winding off.
Sir, this is Ashok.
Yeah, Ashok, tell me.
Sir, changing instance type comes under the vertical scaling, sir.
Changing instance type comes under vertical scaling. You are right. Okay. Because you are not creating new machine, existing machine only, you are upgrading the hardware. That's why it's called vertical scaling.
Right.
Amit Gautam.
Yeah, hi Sunil. So just one question regarding the scale out. You said that we have this auto scaling where we create a new instance automatically when we have this as per the CloudWatch,
when the condition, when the CPU utilization is more than 70% or 80%, whatever, as per the condition which you are given, the new EC2 machine gets created. That is called as auto scaling.
exactly. So in scale out, you said that we have to manually create an instance if in case there is a requirement from the client that they require certain capacity that is double to what we have within one instance. So in this case, we have to do all these things behind the load balancer, right? So if we are creating a new machine, that has to be behind the load balancer.
We have to manually attach the machine to the load balancer. Okay.
And load balancer is mandatory there.
Yeah, load balancer is mandatory. Okay.
But whereas for scale up, it is just that infra we are increasing. There is no such requirement that it has to be behind load balancer.
Need not be always thinking from the web server point of view. Okay, it need not be always from the web server point of view. They want some infrastructure. Okay, some machines. Okay, so in such case also machines is having the diverse needs. Okay, they can use it for storage also. They can use it for backups also. Okay, Amit.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Okay. Okay. Thank you all. See you tomorrow, because our agenda for today's session is not yet completed. We have to understand attaching and detaching volumes, and then we should come across a term called snapshots. After snapshots, there is something called Amazon Mission Images, and then there's something called customized images. Okay, so moving the volumes from one region-specific dashboards. These are the topics which are upcoming. Okay, so see you tomorrow's class. We learn many more concepts. Okay, until then, have a nice time. Bye, everybody.